Have you ever looked at your life and thought, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, taking my medication, going to therapy, so why do I still feel like my life is falling apart? And I know that feeling. For me, burnout wasn't just about being tired. It was emotional exhaustion, physical depletion, mental overload. And when you live with bipolar disorder, burnout can quietly become the spark that throws your stability completely off balance. Today, I'm going to share the 6 mindful body routines that help me move from burnout to greater stability. These aren't quick fixes or miracle cures. They're practical habits that help me rebuild my life after bipolar episodes, recover from severe burnout, and begin rebuilding my life from my long battle with anorexia. So let's dive in. Welcome to the MindFit Empowerment Podcast, where we believe that living with bipolar doesn't mean settling for survival. It means learning how to truly thrive. If you're new here, I'm Jen. I wasn't diagnosed with bipolar until my 40s, even though I had been struggling for decades. My journey has included mixed episodes, crushing depression, anxiety, hallucinations, and an eating disorder that nearly took my life. Medication and therapy absolutely changed my life, and I'm grateful for both. But I also learned something really important. The way I cared for my body every single day either supported my stability or quietly worked against it. Today, I want to share what I've learned. So let's dive in. So point 1, stop treating your body like the enemy. When I was deep in my anorexia, I viewed my body as something that constantly needed to be controlled. If I exercised, it had to be harder. If I ate, it had to be less. If nothing was ever enough for me. The sad reality is that when we're fighting our own bodies, it's almost impossible to feel emotionally safe inside of them. Living with bipolar already places tremendous demands on our nervous systems, and adding self-punishment only increases that kind of stress. So one of the biggest mindset shifts I had to make was this. My body isn't my enemy. It's my partner in healing. So ask yourself, how can I care for my body today instead of trying to actually control it? That one question changed everything for me. Point number 2, move your body to regulate, not to escape. Exercise has been one of the greatest gifts in my bipolar journey. Personally, I'm a runner. I've competed in marathons. Running clears my mind, lowers my anxiety, improves my sleep, and helps regulate my mood. But here's something I had to learn the hard way. Exercise can become unhealthy when it's driven by fear instead of wellness. During my anorexia, movement became a form of punishment. Today, it is medicine, and that's a huge difference. So now, when I go for a run or decide to work out, I ask myself, am I exercising because I love my body or because I'm trying to earn my worth? Those are completely different motivations when we look at them. Movement doesn't have to be intense. It can be simply something like walking or stretching, or we could look at doing yoga, or even swimming would be an option. Gardening is a form of exercise. Anything that helps your nervous system counts as a form of exercise. And then let's go on to point number 3. Build predictable routines. Our brains love consistency, especially bipolar brains. So one of the biggest contributors to my stability has been building consistent routines, and that has reduced decision fatigue. Every morning, I know exactly what comes next. I wake up, I spend some quiet time, I exercise, I fuel my body, I go to work. My evenings are also intentional because protecting sleep is one of the biggest ways I protect my mental health. And we know that sleep is really important in bipolar as well. So predictable doesn't mean boring. Predictable means safe. Your nervous system begins relaxing because it knows what to expect. That creates stability because emotions never become overwhelming at that point. And then point number 4, nourish your brain, not just your body. This one was incredibly difficult for me because of my anorexia. There were seasons where eating felt terrifying. My eating disorder convinced me I was somehow stronger by ignoring my body's needs. But the truth was that our brains need fuel, especially bipolar brains. Stable blood sugar helps stabilize mood. Protein supports neurotransmitter production. Hydration improves concentration. And nutrition does not cure bipolar, but poor nutrition can absolutely make symptoms harder to manage. Healing for me wasn't about achieving like the perfect diet. It was about learning to consistently care for myself one meal at a time. I was looking for progress, not for protection. And then point 5, listen before your body starts screaming. One lesson burnout taught me is that our bodies whisper long before they scream. Burnout doesn't usually happen overnight. It normally builds. Maybe your sleep starts slipping, or you start skipping meals, one of mine. You can't start canceling activities that usually help you. You're snapping at people. You're feeling emotionally numb. Those are actually signals, not failures, they're signals. I've learned to ask myself several questions every single day, and maybe these might help you. How did I sleep? Have I eaten? Have I moved my body today? Am I overwhelmed? Do I need rest? These simple, quick check-ins often help me catch mood shifts before they become full episodes. And then point number 6, remember that stability is built daily. So here's something that I wish someone had actually told me years ago. Stability isn't something you achieve once. It's something that you practice. And you practice that every single day. Some days, I honestly still struggle. Some mornings, motivation is nowhere to be found. There are days my anxiety really shows up. I struggle severely with anxiety, and there are days that the anxiety is loud. There are days bipolar symptoms try to convince me I'm failing. But stability isn't about never struggling. It's about returning to the habits that keep you grounded. So every healthy choice becomes another brick in the foundation that you're actually building. So small choices, repeated consistently, become remarkable transformation over time. So if you're feeling burned out today, if you're feeling exhausted, if you're trying so hard to hold everything together, please hear this. Your worth is not determined by how productive you are. Your value isn't measured by how perfectly you manage your bipolar. Healing is not about perfection. It's about showing up for yourself one mindful choice at a time. You don't have to rebuild your life overnight. Start with one routine, one walk, one nourishing meal, one bedtime, one act of kindness towards yourself. Those small moments matter far more than you actually realize. I've lived through bipolar crises. I've lived through severe burnout. I've battled anorexia. And while my journey isn't perfect, I can honestly tell you that healing is possible. Not because life became easy though, but because you become stronger, wiser, and more intentional with each step you take. If today's episode encouraged you, I would love for you to follow MindFit Empowerment so you never miss a new episode. My mission is to help people with living with bipolar lives filled with hope and purpose and living with stability, not through medication and therapy alone, but by combining with practical daily habits that support long-term wellness. And if you're ready for your next step, download my free resource at www.mindfitempowerment.com/freedom. It's designed to help you begin building a more stable, fulfilling life with bipolar one step at a time. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Until next time, remember, your diagnosis does not define your future. Every mindful choice you take is moving you towards the person that you deserve to be. So until next time, be empowered. I'll talk to you soon.